Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Are you a fan? What do you think of Magic Johnson's statement? Leave your opinion in the comments. The Los Angeles Lakers suffered a disappointing 146-115 loss to the Chicago Bulls on Saturday night, despite the return of LeBron James and Rui Hachimura. Following an 8-game winning streak, the Lakers have struggled, winning just 3 of their last 7 games, and now sit 4th in the Western Conference standings. James returned after a 2-week absence due to a groin injury that sidelined him for 7 games. However, the NBA's all-time leading scorer couldn't propel the Lakers to victory, finishing with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Luka Doncic led the team with 34 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists, but it wasn't enough to keep the Lakers competitive. Surprisingly, the Lakers' biggest struggles came on defense, an area they had excelled in recent weeks. Per Josh Dubow of the Associated Press, the 146 points LA allowed tied a franchise record, which is an unfortunate bit of Lakers history. After the game, James didn't hold back when asked about the Lakers' defensive woes. "We didn't play good defense," the 4-time MVP said. "We gave them a little bit of everything. We gave them points in the paint. We gave them fast break points. We gave them threes. You can't give them everything, for sure." The Lakers committed 21 turnovers, leading to 27 points for the Bulls, and also allowed 44 points in the paint. The 146 points given up marked just the second time in franchise history that LA has allowed that many in a non-overtime game, previously in November 1984. With 12 games left in the regular season, the Lakers will look to bounce back when they face the Orlando Magic on Monday. The second seed remains within reach, but LA must tighten up defensively if they hope to make a deep playoff run. Lakers fans dance on Dan Hurley's grave after UConn's loss. The Los Angeles Lakers got several key players back from injury, including LeBron James and Rui Hachimura, on Saturday evening versus the Chicago Bulls, but that wasn't enough to prevent a 31-point home loss to Chicago. In what was arguably their worst overall performance of the season, the Lakers got behind the 8-ball early in this one and were never able to fully recover. On Sunday, the Lakers got a brief opportunity for some comic relief when the UConn men's basketball team was eliminated by the Florida Gators in the second round of the NCAA tournament. UConn, of course, is coached by Dan Hurley, who briefly flirted with the Lakers' head coaching vacancy this past offseason before opting to return to college basketball, opening the door for the Lakers to eventually sign J.J. Redick to the position. Needless to say, fans on X, formerly Twitter, were having a field day with Hurley and the Huskies' loss. One fan referenced an infamous meme, signifying UConn's funeral. "Shout out to Dan Hurley for turning down the Lakers' job so he could win a single NCAA tourney game," wrote another. Of course, UConn had won the previous 2 NCAA championships before Sunday's loss, so it wasn't exactly a career-altering setback for Hurley. Still, Lakers fans will take wins when they can get them after Saturday's alarming performance. Not much of anything went right for the Lakers on Saturday evening. LeBron James had one of his quieter games of the season, and the Lakers surrendered 30-point performances to both Kobe White and Matisse Buzelis of the Bulls, as well as a triple-double from Josh Giddey. Luka Doncic had an epic first half of this one, scoring 29 points in the first 2 quarters, but once he cooled off, Los Angeles didn't have nearly enough to keep up with the hot-shooting Bulls. The Lakers will next hit the floor on Monday night on the road against the Orlando Magic. Jackson Stone is a sports journalist for Clutch Points with expertise in covering the NBA, NFL, and NCAA football. The Mercer University senior from Atlanta is on track to graduate with a BA in Communications, and he has bylines at Fansided and USA Today Sports Georgia Athletics website. Dan Hurley gets trolled for losing in second round of March Madness after rejecting Lakers job before the Los Angeles Lakers hired J.J. Redick as their head coach. They pursued University of Connecticut men's basketball head coach Dan Hurley, who won back-to-back national titles with UConn in 2023 and 2024, ended up turning down LA's offer to remain at UConn, and Lakers fans haven't forgotten. After UConn lost to the University of Florida in the second round of the NCAA tournament on Sunday, several Lakers fans took to social media to take shots at Hurley. Hurley was even compared to former Lakers head coach Darvin Ham by one user. UConn was tied at the half and held a lead in the second half against the heavily favored Gators, but it was unable to close the game out. In fact, UConn led 61-59 with under 3 minutes to play, but a critical run by the Gators, led by star guard Walter Clayton Jr., gave Florida a big enough lead. The Huskies were never able to erase that deficit. Hurley has led UConn to the NCAA tournament in 5 straight seasons, but the Huskies have failed to make it any deeper than the second round in 3 of those seasons. Now that star players like Donovan Clingan and Stephon Castle are no longer with the program, UConn may have a harder time reaching another national title game. As for the Lakers, they have to be happy that they landed Redick as their head coach. The former NBA sharpshooter has led the Lakers to a 43-27 mark so far this season, and they currently hold the number 4 seed in the Western Conference. After falling into the play-in tournament in the Western Conference in each of the last 2 seasons, the Lakers are poised to avoid that in the 2024-25 season with Redick at the helm. Lakers fans may want to see Hurley and his team fail, but ultimately, things appear to have worked out for both Hurley and LA. The Lakers are in contention with Luka Doncic and LeBron James leading the way, and Hurley gets to remain the face of the UConn program, even if his team fell short this season. Are you a fan? What do you think of Dan Hurley's statement? Leave your opinion in the comments.